various kinds of leadership. Let's talk today on the levels of leadership. Leadership exists on different levels, my friend. The summits of various kinds of businesses I've seen are like the uh, tops of the mountain, much more alike than the parts below. The bare principles are much of the same. It's only the rich, variegated details of the lower strata has so contrast within one another. But it needs traveling to know that the summits are the same, exactly the same. Those who live on one mountain believe that their mountain is wholly unlike all others. Since I've been to all kinds of mountains, be in Northeast, be in J&K, be in Himachal, and I realize all mountain dwellers are are same. Their conditions are same, and therefore I say leadership exists on different levels. Thinking of organizations, there are three broad levels, my friend, or domains of leadership. Firstly is team, operational, and strategic. Now team, the leader of a team of some 10 to 20 people or even more with clearly specified tasks to achieve. That is team. Then operational leadership, the leader of one of the main parts of the organization and more than one team leaders are under one's control. It is already a case of being a leaders of leaders. That means an operational leader can have under him 3, 4 or even more team leaders depending upon the size of the organization. And then comes the strategic leader. The strategic leadership, my friend, the leader of a whole organization with a number of operational leaders under one's personal direction. So, if you start from top to bottom, there is a strategic leadership which under him there are far too many operational leaders, and under this operational leadership comes the team leaders. That's the team leadership. You take example of any company, let's say any institution with employees of about 1000 or 500 people. The managing director will have, let's say, 7 people under reporting to her or him, and each of those will have 7 to 10 responsible to him or her. And at the lowest level, there are 12 to 20 people in each work group. That means only 3 levels of leadership exist in every organization: team leadership, operational leadership, and strategic leadership. This is the most simplest form of organization I have just talked about. If you look at the rule of books on leadership, on most of them which I have read and seen, you will see clearly that 3 levels of leaderships in the large, in fact, institutions or even the small ones, they have the similar pattern. As the organization gets larger and more complex, more ranks and grades and levels come into the picture. But you should train your eyes to discern the 3 key levels which we have just talked about: the team, operational, and strategic level of leadership. A simple recipe for the organizational success is to have effective leaders occupying these roles and working together in harmony as a team. That is simple enough to say that I am not implying that it is easy either to achieve or to maintain that state of affairs under the pressures of life today. Difficult but possible, and people are doing it. And I suppose what is your alternative even? Within each broad level, there may be subdivisions, further subdivisions. The level also overlaps considerably, that the distinction is still worth making. The principle of three levels of leadership, it applies almost everywhere, my friend. The foundation of the team leader, a truth that continues to evade many big organizations today. As they say in army, the 10 soldiers wisely led will beat 100 without a head. It sums up the entire gist of my talk. Leader is called many places a chief or the head, heading the group, heading the team. It actually means head because why? As a human, we stand erect and we tend to assume that the head is the hierarchical model. The head is on top, so it is most important. But you look at any other species, look at any other animal, the head always goes first. My friend, it is the body's leader. Therefore, I would say that in effective leadership, explore the organizational possibilities of the three levels of the leadership, the three circles model we have talked. You will realize that at this level, all organizations are unique. Group personality, culture, ethos, but all share in common the three areas of interest: need, task, team, and individual. My friend, what changes, of course, are the substandards of the three terms. The substantives of these three terms may change, but never the nature, my friend. In any organization, they are basically three levels of leadership. I repeat, the team leadership, the operational leadership, and the strategic leadership. We should never confuse on these words and understand them clearly. Thank you very much.